What?
Certain
Hmm?
samurai game.
Get into Ghost of Tsushima again?
I did.
You didn't tell me.
Yeah, no, I'm building up my character. Because guess what? Had to restart again.
Well, did you get it on PC or are you on PS5?
PS5.
Oh, okay. Then I'm less upset. I'm like, I would have to start over too, Dick.
And with that, hello and welcome to the MegaMonsterCast, where apparently we're talking about Ghost of Tsushima today.
And it works because I don't know.
I mean, it kind of works, almost.
I thought you were going to try to tie that in.
Yep.
Okay.
No, today we're talking about Chainsaw Man Episode 7. Denji finally gets that kiss. He gets his first kiss this episode. It's super important.
What?
Yay.
What happened? What I missed?
So, Alex, did you, knowing that he was promised a kiss, did you expect that it was going to be paid off this way?
Not exactly this way, but did I think it was going to be one huge fiasco? Yeah.
Yeah. You got to remember.
Do you really
I,
think
I
that was
was
a fiasco?
I was like 90% right. I just missed the inciting incident.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's an incident. That's just extra flavor.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, our episode starts with a little bit of a recap from the last episode of Denji jumping into the Eternity Devil's mouth. And then we just get Denji going off like he's a fucking insane rage boy.
Because he is an insane rage boy. He
Yep.
wants that tongue.
Dude, I love this fight. I love the way the Eternity Devil looks as he's fighting it inside of itself. And I love that its voice keeps changing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a interesting little detail that each face had a different
Mm-hmm.
voice.
So something big that it brings up is well, first of all, it clearly knows the Chainsaw Devil because it obviously wanted to kill Denji specifically for being the Chainsaw Devil,
But it
and
specifically says, I knew you were alive.
and that he
Talking to
seems like
Pochita.
he's weaker than he used to be, which means, okay, so think about this. If it says that he's weaker than he used to be, but Denji is clearly stronger than Pochita, then at some point in the past, this devil must have run across must have run across Pochita before Denji met him, and Pochita was stronger than Denji at that point.
You're saying that Pochita is not necessarily the Chainsaw Devil?
I'm saying Pochita is the Chainsaw Devil, but I'm saying Pochita at some point was stronger than Denji is now.
I think that's almost explicitly stated.
Oh, it's very heavily. It is straight up said that it is straight up said by this devil that he used to be stronger than he is right now.
Yeah.
The last time they ran into each other, he was significantly stronger.
All right, I got to admit, I'm a bigger fan of cute Pochita than the idea of, a Clifford-sized one.
Just covered in chainsaw blades everywhere. It's like claws
Chainsaw
and
blades for
chainsaw
hair.
blades. Yep.
All I can say is, God, do I love truck-sized Pochita.
Eldritch horror Pochita. Gotta love it.
Oh, God.
Yep. I also love there's this little line, at least in the English dub, about he hates eating the the Eternity Devil, but fucking it up makes it as sweet as strawberry jam.
Yep.
Strawberry jam.
Yep. And then we get a flash.
Denji 16.
Yeah. We also get, first of all, he thinks he's 16. He's not sure, but he
That's
thinks
true.
he is. Uh, no, before that, we get a flashback to Himeno talking to her mentor.
Yeah.
The guy from the intro.
Yep.
He's so cool.
He's a fun character. I like him because he goes off on how you have to have some screws loose in order to do well in this job. And he specifically says, like, through their conversation, he heavily implies that, like, her screws are not loose enough for her to last in this job. Like, he says
Yep.
that, basically. Like, so all your previous partners, they weren't crazy enough to survive. Aki maybe is crazy enough to survive, but the way you're acting right now, I don't think you're crazy enough. I think you're not going to survive this job.
And then she says, "All right, then finger my eye hole."
Yep.
Is that crazy enough for you? Use me
Whoa.
like a bowling ball.
Jesus.
If she had
Wow.
straight up said that, I don't. I would have loved to have seen his reaction to her saying that. Just like,
He's
like
like, never mind. I take back what I said.
he's
The
like already.
explicit tag is there for a reason.
He's already drinking. I imagine if she had said that, he just would have upended the flask and chugged the rest of it.
You're like, all right, I'll play.
All right. Well, I got to get drunk enough to reconcile what you just said to me.
Oh God, it's so dry in there.
Oh, that would.
Ugh.
I don't know if I like the idea of a dry eye. I don't like the idea of an eye socket in general. I don't like the idea of knowing what it feels like, and I especially don't like the idea of it being dry.
No,
It's exactly like you would when you get a tooth pulled. It's just a dry socket and it's just nothing but pain.
Yep.
Alex hurts.
Yep. Yes, he does.
Yeah, Alex, you want to quit yet? I can go into more detail.
no, I quit the show.
Yep. Yep. So we cut
Anyway,
to-
there's pus.
I quit again.
Yep. Yep. So we cut to Aki and Himeno eating together, and Himeno is trying to convince Aki that they should just quit the public sector and go into the private sector. And Aki's like, no, that's not what I'm doing at all. But we can tell some time has passed since they got introduced because at that point he's top not Aki. So it's at least closer to present day.
True.
It's been 1 week.
So
He got
his hair's really
extensions.
fucking long for 1 week.
He got extensions, man.
I would love it if that's the canonical reason. Like, no, he just has a bunch of extensions.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Then we just get.
He's also now a smoker, so we
Yeah.
we know some time has
Oh yeah. Like I would
They're
imagine.
super addictive cigarettes.
So my headcanon on this is like a really recent moment because Aki looks identical to how he looks now. And I feel like the creator would have given us like an in-between look if it wasn't like really recent. So I would guess sometime within the last like month or so, maybe a couple of months. Like this is like a conversation they've had recently where she's tried to convince him to leave the public sector for the private sector really recently.
I can buy that.
And then we cut to Denji just going ape shit.
And then breaking his neck.
Yep. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, at the starting part where he's attacking before we get the flashback, at one point his arm gets ripped off and he's got like the little chainsaw wires holding it on, and then he like drinks blood and it reattaches itself.
Yeah, it's pretty slick.
Yeah, so
Doesn't it? So like, it breaks his neck. Is he dead until the chainsaw is pulled again?
I think he's
Like,
paralyzed.
how did that work?
I think he's paralyzed until she pulls it.
Yeah. Because it plus I think he was also drinking a little bit.
Had to have been. So I just didn't understand, like, because they don't address that or talk about it at all.
No, it's
It's
just
a
for
blink
vibes.
and you miss it moment.
It's just for the vibes. But yeah,
He's gonna win that Nobel Prize too.
I thought that was the funniest shit. Best line.
It's that concept.
but no, I also love this line. His screws aren't loose; they fell out. Like Denji doesn't have a single fucking screw left in him. That's how crazy he is.
And didn't they say that he was part devil earlier? Like they kind of like get shocked that and they're like, "Oh my god, he's a devil."
Well, so
I think
I
it's the
think
fact of how crazy it is.
well, okay, so I know for sure Himeno knows this. Did we I know like the others are aware of it. I think Himeno has seen what he looked like. Maybe. I don't think the other two know just how devil he is when he transforms. I think they're expecting like, oh yeah, well he's part devil because he's got those fucked up teeth. And like now they're like, oh, he can become more devil. Um, I also love that we get a time skip after that. That Denji has been fighting for 3 days straight inside of the Eternity Devil's body.
And he is pissed that the Eternity Devil just gives up.
Yeah, well, no, before we get that, we also get like how the other members of the team have been handling this. Like Arai is just wrapped up in a blanket sitting in the fetal position.
He's catatonic yet again.
Yep, he has not handled this well. Kobeni's also not doing great.
Power spread out.
Yeah, Power doesn't give two shits. Power
She
thinks this is
does she
hilarious.
does whine for Meowie though.
Yep.
Meow.
And
So she
then
does have a care.
yep. But then we get the Eternity Devil is tired of fighting Denji and just gives up. That it would rather die than have to keep fighting Denji.
I've had enough.
Yep. I have been getting fucked up by you for 3 days in a row. I don't know why you want to keep fighting. I am done with this.
Like you could have just let him out.
Yep.
I feel like you had the ability to let him out.
Oh no, by that point Denji is way too invested in this. It's the
Yeah.
it's the sunk cost fallacy. At this point Denji cannot give up on killing this thing.
I already did so much work.
hmm
One second.
Yeah. And then they leave and Denji passes out. And Arai and Kobeni are gonna go write the report. They're gonna do the paperwork because really that's all their job should be.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, like we do find out some interesting stuff about Arai later that I kind of appreciated.
I
But yeah,
but the minute that they just are sent off, they're like, "Yeah, go tell them what happens." I'm like, "That's the worst idea."
I tried to kill a team member and I was stuck inside a devil for 3 days. And then I tried to kill another team member and this one had a panic attack.
yep. I sat there with a blanket around myself for days, not really knowing what to do, as I heard the screams of a devil fighting this fucking 16-year-old asshole.
It
That's
was the
pretty
most
accurate.
peaceful white noise you could think of.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, then we find out that Kobeni and Arai plan on leaving this job after this because, well, first of all, it's a fucking nightmare, and second of all, they did try to sacrifice one of their own for the greater good.
And Jimeno is just like not getting it.
Yep. And then Aki talks like she wants to go out drinking with everyone. Is kind of like a, hey, maybe we can convince them to stay if we all get drunk together. And Aki's like, we should invite Makima too. That's the normal thing. Like, I'm totally not inviting her because like I have a crush on her.
I don't think he's very like good at hiding that.
Oh no, he
Not at
he
all.
he wrote like in this moment he reminds me of like early college me where I'm like, hey, we should invite so and so. I just want to invite her because like she has good vibes, not because I'm totally into her.
And
And Himeno is suspicious of Makima because first of all, Makima is suspicious, And second of
No, I
all,
don't think so.
because Himeno clearly has a thing for Aki, and Aki has a thing for Makima.
It's pretty apparent Hamino has a thing for everyone.
Yeah, she's just horny, but I think she has like. So I think she's physically down for anybody. I think she has like a strong emotional thing for Aki. Like she's down to make out with anybody. She wants to be in a serious, committed relationship with Aki.
I mean,
He's
I
just
can
not
understand
down.
it. Like, if anyone just like, if you're sitting there smoking, someone just comes up to you, takes it out of your mouth, puts it in theirs. That's just love at first sight.
I mean, I think she's been in love with him for like a while at this
Well,
point.
yeah, it's like the 20th time he's done that to her. So
Oh yeah, yeah. He started doing that to her like on his 5th cigarette. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna yoink. She like the first time she's like not really sure what she feels about it,
and
but
then
then
he
by
just
like
puts it back in.
yep, yep, by like the third time he's done that to her, she's like fully aware, like, oh no, I'm really into this. Wonder if he's into it too. And then by the 7th time he's done it to her, she's like, oh, I'm still really into this, but now I'm aware he totally does not give a shit about it. Yeah. So then they all go and they get drinks at a bar and grill sushi place.
Boy, does this food look delicious.
It does, which is why Power openly tells people they are not allowed to eat certain things because she is taking all
He's
of it.
vain.
You scoundrel.
Yep, she takes all the sashimi, she takes all the chicken. It's so good. Also, how did you guys feel about the other like senior members of the like public security, public defense force, whatever, talk about how Power is like super tactful compared to most fiends.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
know that there's another fiend in the crew
Yep.
that's
least
not as
one.
tactful.
At least one that is not as tactful. Yes.
Yeah. At least one.
hmm But yeah, I love that. Like, because they kind of hype up that Power is like compared to most fiends, a really functional member of society. Like she can have full-on conversations. She's not like just immediately foaming at the mouth to just go out and kill.
But yeah, when she's around Dingy, she's foaming at the mouth to kill.
Oh yeah.
They do feedback loop each other.
Oh yeah. No, like she brings out the worst in him, he brings out the worst in her, and then eventually one of them has to go to sleep. But yeah,
Do we know if fiends need to sleep?
Yeah,
yeah,
they showed her sleeping.
yeah, she slept
But
before.
that might be a convenience.
I think her physical, like she's still in a human body, even if the human body is dead. Like her operating the body, it still needs certain things to function. It's like how she
I
eats
guess.
actual. Well, it's like how she eats actual food too. Like I think she's keeping the body going by meeting its needs. Like, oh, well, the body needs to sleep. I guess I'm gonna go to sleep.
The body needs to clog the toilet. Let's go.
The body'll shit. I'm gonna go ruin this for everyone else.
If this is my problem, it's everyone's problem now.
hmm
Yeah.
We also get that Himeno is gonna kiss Denji when she's drunk because she doesn't like to kiss people sober, but she'll kiss everyone drunk, is what we found out.
Yep.
That she has in fact kissed like almost everybody at the table already.
All but the rookies. Power also doesn't use chopsticks correctly.
No.
She
I've,
stabs.
again, Power has been in this body for like a month or two. She does not know how to do anything correctly.
Honestly, I'm
eat.
surprised Dingy knows how to eat anything correctly.
Motherfucker can't read.
Yeah. So I like that there's like a go ahead for, hey, we should all like introduce ourselves. So
Oh
how
god, it's the
about
first day of class.
how
Yeah,
about
it did.
we'll talk
Oh, I
about
hate that.
our names, our ages, and what devils we're contracted with.
Oh, and your hobbies.
Yeah, and your hobbies. And Aki's like, okay, no, don't talk about what devils you're contracted with. That's
And
like,
especially not in public.
yeah, that's super dumb. Somebody's gonna hear it. They're gonna know what you're capable of. Don't fucking do that.
And then Arai immediately does it.
Yep,
And we find out that the fox, or yeah, the fox devil is a harlot.
yep. The Fox Devil is like the one of the most likely to make contracts with people, but you can only summon its head if it thinks you're hot enough.
Yeah.
Canonically.
It- that is a slutty fox.
Yeah, yep.
But Kobe,
It's a
we
secret.
Yep. She does not want to talk about hers.
because hers is with the prostitution devil, as we found out last episode.
Yep, yep. Hers is with the prostitute devil. It's a real fucking weird experience for people to see.
Huh? Oh god. Huh? Why am I into this? I'm not into it. I'm into it.
Yep.
No? Yes?
It could be worse though. There is one devil that would be far, far worse if she was associated with it.
Ooh.
Anne Hathaway.
Oh god. The Anne Hathaway devil.
Yeah.
This is getting worse.
It's just actual Anne Hathaway. She's like, I'm not even a devil.
She's
But here's my
probably a
contract.
lovely
Give me your
person.
soul.
She is
just
probably a
showed-
lovely person. We're gonna
mean-
get libeled.
Turns out she's an eldritch horror as well.
Yep.
We're gonna get libeled.
Yeah, so then Makima shows up.
Damn it.
And
This is all Alex is doing too. We're just repeating what he said.
yeah.
Check
Word
the
for
check
word.
the archives. Check the archives. This
It's gonna
this
be a
is now
Johnny-
slander.
It's gonna be a spoilers. Well, I mean, sort of spoilers. This episode's gonna come out in a few weeks, but spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine. It's gonna be like a Johnny Storm situation.
Yup. Oh, it's so fucking good.
That was a great.
I want to get an AI like of Alex to just make him say all of it.
Yep.
Then it's archived.
Do not do this.
But yeah, so Makima shows up, and apparently she never goes out like drinking with people, and she's rare. Like some of the members of like the senior members have never seen her before. So this is like a big deal, which also kind of highlights some interesting stuff that she meets with Denji a lot, who is a newbie, but people who have been working there for a while haven't met her yet.
I wonder what her actual authority is.
I mean, she's high up.
Like she's like tippity top.
But she still serves others.
Yeah.
She serves only one.
But yeah.
Herself.
So then Denji is caught between, man, I really want to kiss Himeno, but I don't want to talk about it or do it in front of Makima because I don't want to screw that up in case I can kiss her too. Like very 16-year-old boy. Oh man, there's two girls that I think are really cute here, and like, man, I want to make out with both of them, but I don't want to have to make a decision. And maybe if I just distract them enough, I don't have to make that decision, and I get to make out with both of them. So he changes the topic. He's like, yeah, so I got some Gun Devil flesh earlier. I'm pretty hot shit. You know?
And then Amino goes right back to, well, you don't want to kiss me no more?
Yep, yep. I also love that Aki like really wants to know why the Eternity Devil wanted Denji, and Makima clearly knows, and she's like, well, I mean, if you outdrink me, I'll tell you anything if you outdrink me, but you have to outdrink me first. And then Himeno also wants to do this drinking competition.
He's already
for the
half of the
funsies.
bag.
Yep, for the funsies. And I wrote this down because it's great. While they're talking in the background, Power demands that she gets horse meat and chicken.
I mean, to
Specific-
be fair, that sounds delicious.
Specifically, though, she talks about she wants horse meat, which I think is, again, such a specific power thing. But Denji also wants chicken, so I'm assuming they're getting chicken, and somebody's looking at her weird and like giving her something that's similar to horse meat.
Or just ignoring it outright.
Elmer's glue.
Yep,
Jesus.
just pouring glue down her throat.
Oh,
Yeah. So again,
because there's a horse on it.
we get one of the members, the older members, praising Power on controlling her bloodlust, and Power chalks it up to her high IQ. Over the course of this, she at first says like, "Oh yeah, I have a really high IQ. It's like 100," and the person that she was talking to is like, "Well, I mean, 100's kind of like average. I'm pretty sure that's like what my IQ is." And she's like, "Oh, I meant to say 120." Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he has an IQ, like a really high IQ too.
136.
I thought it was 134. Did they change that for the dub? Maybe.
I think it's 134.
Yeah, like
Maybe.
he's in the mid 130s, and Power's like, "Yeah, actually, I think my IQ is somewhere between 500 and 1,000."
She's so smart.
Yeah.
That's like
She's a genius.
Oppenheimer.
So good.
I finally watched it.
It's a
I
great
haven't seen it
movie.
yet.
It's a great movie. So then we get the best moment of the episode. Denji
Highlight
gets
of the episode.
Denji gets his first kiss, and he goes from being real excited to real upset in a matter of seconds.
It's like her tongue is melting in his mouth.
Yep. And then he realized, so she kisses him, and like she's giving him tongue. And she's like, "Oh, this is awesome. Her tongue's so soft. It's like it's melting in my mouth." Like that's not her tongue. And then like she kind of separates from him, and you can see she's puking into his mouth.
Why is it always into the mouth?
And no, I love like Power.
All the power beams.
Power is great.
Oh yeah,
Power thinks
just
this is
it made it so much worse.
yeah. She's fucked. She thinks this is hilarious, and she's like, "Oh, just wait, guys, just wait. That stuff
You
has
ain't seen nothing
nutritional.
yet.
That stuff has nutrition in it. Denji's not gonna just spit that shit up. He's gonna swallow it." And Denji swallows the puke.
I'm so glad I've learned not to eat while watching this show.
Yep.
I specifically eat while watching this show.
That's because you're a monster.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
God. Also,
I
side
think you
note,
might be Anne Hathaway.
yes. Congratulations.
I
I
do
think that
have
means you.
boobs.
Yeah. So.
Of course,
I'm
that's
halfway
literally
there.
the first thing any man would have checked.
Mhm.
I'm already halfway there.
Yeah. Yeah. So. God. We also get a little flashback to when Denji was younger. He saw rats eating puke, and he's like, "Oh, that's gross. Glad I would never do that." Denji is priceless.
Cut back to Denji puking.
Yep. He's puking in the toilet in the restaurant, and
Oh God, it's
Arai's
double
taking
puke.
care of him.
Of all people to take care of him.
Well, I mean,
It's-
we get a little bit of backstory on him that he used to take care of his mom when his mom would come home shit faced, which kind of works because like he's the stick in the mud, but like that gives him like a reason to be that he's a stick in the mud because his mom.
He's got some trauma.
Yeah, like his
and
mom.
Become a nurse.
Yeah. But this is easier, and you get to have cool powers and kill shit.
And a fox.
Yeah. Even though he probably doesn't get to summon the head.
He gets the ass end.
Yep. He just gets the tail and the anus.
Oh
Yep.
God, it's always looking at me.
Yep.
What do you think? What do you think his little symbol is then? Don't do it! Oh no! There you go. That one's probably good.
But yeah.
He's got a blow in it.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I love that when they all leave, Makima's like, yeah, I'm paying for everything. You know. Where's Denji? Oh, Himeno took him home.
Oh,
Just
Is that
up and
okay?
swiped it.
Like no one's like, wait, that's probably not a good thing. But then we get a POV of Denji. Denji is now drunk as fuck, which I forgot to mention this. So Denji was drinking tea the entire time. He was not drinking alcohol. He was drinking tea because he's underage, and now he is
Yeah.
severely drunk.
So the show is willing to show all kinds of gore and all kinds of shit like that, and they do all kinds of crazy things, but they don't break the law.
no, I
That's
feel
the
like
line.
he secretly was drinking though.
I don't think he was.
I think he got drunk from the puke.
Yeah, the puke is how he got drunk. Because that puke had to be mostly alcohol.
Yeah, that's why it was coming up.
Yep. So yeah, he got drunk off of
Even
her
better.
puke. She took him home. He is like got the spins real bad at this point.
And then she's like, "Why are you doing it in my house?"
Why are you here? She says that gets on him, straddles him, like, huh? I wonder if I brought you home. All right.
Excellent
I
start.
Yep. I
Wanna
guess I
fuck?
know. Yep. Yep. No, literally. She's like, she lays down next to him, starts rubbing his face. She's pressed up against him. It's like, so you want to do it? He's like,
Cliffhanger.
I'm
Even
a
though he,
16-year-old boy. I'm drunk for the first time.
yeah,
An older woman's asking me if I want to have sex. I don't know what to do.
This isn't high school.
Yep. And then we get another banger of an ending. Like this ending sequence is dope too. It gives me like 80s, 90s anime ending vibes.
It's the old like
the old TV.
RPG
Yep,
like
yep,
video games.
it's got like retro game elements too. It's got
Yeah.
Himeno puking rainbows into Denji's mouth.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then it's just Makima with the sucker and lingerie.
Yep. And kind of Power doing something similar but different. Yep. Yeah. No, this was a fun episode.
yeah.
God,
We
that's
got the action up front and the story building in the back.
yep. Had arguably like so let's be real here. By this point, two things have happened for Denji. First of all, probably like definitely out of the order they should have, where he copped a feel and then he got to kiss a girl. And both of those were experiences that were not good for him.
Yeah, they weren't peak.
Yep. Because the first time he touched boobs, he found out that she was stuffing her bra and he was not like super into it. And then the first time he got a kiss, it was from a drunk woman in her 20s who puked into his mouth and then took him home after he became drunk off of her puke. So, Alex,
What a lucky man.
question for you, Alex. Based off of the ending, what do you think happens in the next episode?
She's probably gonna fall asleep.
That's what you hope.
Out of the two of them,
That's what you hope.
one is extremely drunk and the other one has sobered up quite a bit.
I don't.
You
I
determine who
either of
sobered
them
up.
I was gonna say, which one of them is sober to you?
I said sobered up. I didn't say sober. I would say Himeno is less drunk than she was earlier in the episode.
He literally had short-term memory loss in frame. She's fucked off too still.
Oh, she was super drunk, but I think like so you have to remember she's drinking at this point. Like they're back
And
at
she
her
had
place.
another beer on top of him.
Yeah, but it's water. It's mostly water.
Yeah,
For
she's
for an
hydrating.
alcoholic, that's just water.
It was
I choose to believe that they were drinking IPAs
it was
because those fuckers look hazy.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah, so she's drinking fruit juice.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Any other thoughts about what's going to happen next episode?
Yeah.
Well, you know, you've already seen it.
Oh. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, the fact that it's literally titled Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, that's the name of the show, but what's the title of the episode?
We're not doing this. We're not doing this bit.
I'm pretty psyched about it. So this is also officially we've hit the halfway point in the series.
This is a long series.
12 episodes? Dude, Orb is like twice as long as this.
I guess it feels long because I'm watching it weekly.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, if we sat down and just marathoned it, probably be a little easier. But yeah,
Did they get a second season?
oh, absolutely. This show did amazingly.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like the merch really sold well. This was renewed for a second season, like I think within a month of the first episode going up. I
I
want to
think
say.
it's the guys that did season 2 of JJK.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I think.
Yeah, yeah, I could see it.
I should probably double check before I say that.
Yeah, yeah. No, this did like really well, like stupidly well compared to
Yeah, I
like
buy that.
some anime. Um, like I want to say while it was running and for like a little while after, it was like in the top 3 on Crunchyroll. Give me a second. I'm
Oh,
gonna.
it sounds like they're gonna do a movie.
Okay, that makes sense too.
And if they do a movie, then I assume that they're gonna do a season 2, like most animes now.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna see if it's still in the most popular on Crunchyroll right now. I don't think it would be just because it's been a really long time since the season aired.
Whoa.
But like for a while, it was in the top 3 on Crunchyroll's most popular. Like this did insanely well while it was airing.
I remember seeing it every time I'd log into Hulu.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, any other final thoughts before we end this one?
I'm just enjoying it. Looking forward to continuing it.
Yeah, fair enough. Josh, any final thoughts? Nope. Josh is making a face.
Yeah, no, the movie's gonna be an entire arc, and yeah, I can't
Okay,
wait.
cool. Right
Can't
on.
wait.
Well, with that, we will call this one. Tune in next time.